Engagement is the foreign relations concept that we would like to apply here at home. We're pretty good with it abroad. Our Secretary of State has traveled more miles than any in history, and we have more embassies than ever.
To your first point, isn't that just because of easy access to jets? And to the second, aren't there just more countries now to put embassies in?
We can choose not to fly those jets, and we can choose not to recognize any new country. But choosing to do so, I guess, is engagement.
Again, we're pretty good with engagement outside of our country, even though we've had some big failures.
Like
9/11 and Rwanda, Somalia. It's a communist country 90 miles outside of Miami.
We just need a lot more than 15 minutes to talk about that.
yeah, well, no country's perfect.
Every country should want to be better. Look, homeboy, if you cool with that, we would like to use the rest of the time we have left to focus on engagement and how we see it abroad, and we don't see the same on our streets. Now, we've totally turned away from the biggest problems here at home, even though the best way to double the size of the problem is just to turn your back on it.
Yeah, so who knew? America needs to do more.
We do.
Why?
We do. Like, do away with your junior year of high school.
And there's 3 options instead of just going to school. You get a Peace Corps year abroad, an AmeriCorps year here in one of the 500 poorest zip codes, or an ROTC-like apprenticeship here or abroad. But everybody picks one, and nobody gets a note from mom.
Oh, man, come on. Is this another joke?
Yo, man, was democracy a joke? Was civil rights a joke?
How about every junior then also learns to march in formation and we invade our neighbors?
We would get lost on the way.
Listen, 73% of all California freshmen cannot name the country that borders Minnesota. Can you? 77% of all U.S. freshmen cannot name both senators from their home state. And 50% of all 8th graders can't write or do math at 8th grade levels.
And when 25% of our workers didn't function, we called it a Great Depression.
Now, what do we call 50% of our students not functioning?
A Greater Depression?
You're saying I'm not a
Oh, in Canada borders Minnesota.
That's the smartest thing you've said all day.
Yeah, but what about costs?
I think it means how ridiculous and infeasible would they be? I mean,
Not as
come on.
ridiculous as the $9,000 we spend per student per year. $9,000 times what? 3.8 million juniors? That's $34 billion, man. We spend $2 billion more now than we did 5 years back.
And for worse results.
Who won't want to be part of an experience where it's not about your race, it's not about your wealth, not even where you come from? Common only because we're American. I guarantee you that will make us better for life. And the shame is we don't get that type of level playing ground, not in this country, unless there's a draft.
So, I'd have to stay in school a year longer.
You've been here 8 years, bro.
We could all, with all the degrees and all the money we're gonna make, go hide in a big house with high walls.
Ugh, when hasn't a big house with high walls been the American dream?
July 5th, 1776.
What about December 8th, 1941?
September 12th, 2001.
So you two don't want to go to Harvard Law or Stanford Business after you graduate here? You don't want to make money? I say bullshit. I think it's totally hypocritical for you to just talk this giant game.